Howdy, folks. Welcome to Move One Proof of Concept Training 1. Today is the first day as we go upon our journey to launching our company. We are going to be utilizing a grass mowing service company as our example, in addition to landscaping as well. And we'll talk about that here in the Fishbone diagram brainstorming session. For the deliverables for this section is we are going to create a fishbone diagram, brainstorm target markets, supplies required, marketing objectives for each of the potential markets. I am going to go through and do a high level where I'm putting in small pieces. Otherwise, this can get a little lengthy with the fishbone diagram brainstorming series. But we're just going to put in some highlights to give you an idea of the items that you can put in here as you're brainstorming. Again, this is a brainstorming session, so there's not really any rules per se. However, this is just used to corral those thoughts, get them down on paper, and start to put those in place. Our objectives from today are going to be list potential markets, brainstorm on paper to isolate them, print paper to make additions, and develop your business. So I'm going to encourage you, if you're going to do this within Lucidchart, print it out, put it up against your desk somewhere close. And anytime you have a thought, go in and just add a skeleton and write it down. The expected time for this session is about an hour, not with the teaching, but with the hands-on part, which is the exercise of completing this, will be about an hour total, depending on how much time you put into it. This training session should be about 15 minutes. The beauty of this is this costs nothing. So that is awesome. So far, we haven't added any cost into our launching of the company. And I'm going to go here to an incognito window. I have in the spreadsheet with all of the links for the different websites that we need to utilize as we're going through this training. I have the Lucidchart link there. You can sign up for free by clicking that button there. And if you come down, there's a free series here, and it gives you, I think, 3 documents that you can use. I use this for process flow charts. I use it for organizational hierarchy for our company, and I use it for fishbone diagram. So you can go in, sign up there. It's just an email. They don't take any credit cards. So you can do that. I am already signed up. So I'm going to come over to this one, which has it in here. And this is the free version of what we have. You're going to press new Lucidchart blank document. It's going to load. And we're going to come over here above this shapes section. There is a section called template gallery. We're going to search templates. We're just going to type in fishbone. Insert. See how it's kind of toggled there? Just click your mouse button and it will drop it right in. For those of you who are not familiar with a fishbone diagram, this is a Six Sigma tool that analyzes problems and the processes and inputs into that problem, as you can see here. So if you had a problem like delivery failures or missing items on a delivery, you would come in and you would put the people that are involved with that process and how they can impact that problem. You could put the processes that are involved with that problem and the causes for that process. But what we're going to do here, because I can do a video later on how to analyze a problem utilizing a fishbone diagram, we're going to modify this so that it is representative of target markets and the items or products that we believe will be impacted into those markets for our company. So I'm just going to put grass mowing because we have not done the name yet. And I'm going to put in here that this is going to be residential mowing. And I apologize, my spelling is atrocious. So if things are misspelled, I apologize. We're going to do commercial because those are different target markets for mow. We're going to do landscaping, could be an option for us. Down here, hardscapes. In here, I'm thinking rocks, but I'm also thinking fountains and some design elements that we can bring in, pavers, things like that. What else do we get here? So irrigation, that could be an option. I think that's kind of a wild card, but we can just put it down and see. That might be an opportunity for us. Put maintenance in here. I probably spelled it wrong. I'm sure that I did. But so these are just 6 target markets. We can always add in more. Let's see, I'm looking at mine that I have, and there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 on the Fishbone diagram that I have for this company and the markets and how I want to attack those markets. But this here, for our purposes of just brainstorming, we're going to go through and we're going to add things in here. We're going to need a mower, obviously, but I'm going to make one note, smaller deck on the mower, because we might be getting into a situation where there's fences and a commercial mowing location. We might be able to use a 61-inch deck, maybe even 72. However, with residential, on the smaller residential properties, you probably won't be able to do that because there will be some limitations there and it doesn't give you the flexibility. So we might be looking at more 42-inch deck. I think they come that small, or 50, 36, something like that. So we're going to need a truck and trailer regardless. Here, I'm going to add some things. Let's see. So again, I'm just adding in different pieces to this. Yard signs might be a way that I market this company. And I'm just really going through and brainstorming on all the different things that I think about that are surrounding within this market. I'm definitely going to need weed eater, blower. You know what? I might need in this market a push mower, relatively inexpensive, but still something that is required. A push mower because I might get in some tight spots. So we have that. Some extra gas tanks. Yeah. These are just some of the like random thoughts that go in here. If we come into maintenance, I'm thinking in here we could do some, and when I say maintenance, I mean landscaping type maintenance. So we would be like a monthly service where we bill them monthly, where we pull weeds, trim bushes, water plants. That might be far fetched there, but we can put it down. And we were just going through, as you see here, and just taking all the thoughts that we might need for this market. We would look over here at the residential market. We put those thoughts down. In the commercial market, I'm going to need a mower with a larger deck so that I can cut the grass faster, which means I can turn more customers if I'm doing commercial mowing. If I'm doing residential, I will have one probably smaller properties, but also a smaller deck on there. So just going through and analyzing the different things that you may need from a product perspective to service this market and the different marketing materials that you may need. I did put truck and trailer in there, and then comparing it here. So you can just get a quick glance of what the items you may need. And then if this is what you envision your core business being, the residential mowing, you can build off of that as customer add-on, landscaping, hardscapes, irrigation. Hardscapes in here, I would put, just to give you an example, paper stone. I think another one in here is fountains or water projects. Building each one of these out, and it's funny, I was reviewing mine from many, many years ago, and a lot of the markets that I just kind of wrote down in there, knowing a little bit about the business that I was getting into, I ended up 10 years later dabbling in each one of these markets. This is an evolving document. So as you grow and as you fine tune who your ideal customer is, some of these may not be worth it anymore. And you may find that landscaping is your most profitable, easiest customer to work with. And you may refer business for residential mowing. You may find that residential mowing, you can knock out those day in and day out with no problem. But when you shift gears into a landscaping, you lose efficiencies, and that, the people who want landscaping is not your ideal customer. So you may subcontract that out to someone and mark it up. You may just have a referral network for the customer so that you can refer them to someone. But this is just a brainstorming exercise to corral your thoughts, put everything down. And it is a great exercise to do to start thinking through the different items, products, and markets that you might want to get into as you start to launch your business. We are going to take this and moving into the second training within the proof of concept, and we're going to compare what we put down here to what our competition is doing. We may find something that they're doing that we missed in our training and in the Fishbone that we want to add to complement our services. Or we may find an opportunity of areas where our competition is not servicing the customers that we in turn can service our customers, which gives us a competitive edge. I would encourage you to print it out, put it by your desk so that you can make modifications as you're doing more research, as you're thinking through things, as your business evolves. You want to continue to update this and keep it up to date. With that being said, if you do not want to print this out and you want to do it by hand, you can see the skeleton here. I do a lot of it by hand just because it's a little more free flowing. It's like journaling by hand instead of journaling in a computer. Thank you for your time. We are moving on. So we have the first training done. Please take 30 minutes to build out your fishbone diagram. I am turning the first training off, moving on to the second training. And we will see you as we do our competitive recon. And we're looking forward to training too. Talk to you soon.